The sacred herb of wealth, love, and ancient power. Before there were grocery stores, before there were pharmacies, before there were banks, there was this. Just a handful of leaves, and people knew exactly what to do with them. Today, we're talking about basil. Not just the kitchen herb you toss into your pasta. The basil that healers have carried for 5,000 years. The basil that witches have whispered over, merchants have tucked into purses, and lovers have tested their faithfulness with. That basil. The ancient roots. Basil is old. Not old like your grandmother's recipe old. Old like the Pharaohs old. It's believed to have been native to Asia, growing wild as far east as China, and it was already being cultivated in India over 5,000 years ago. There, it goes by a different name entirely. Tulsi. Holy basil. And when something gets called holy by a civilization that's been around that long, you pay attention. From Asia, basil traveled. The ancient Egyptians knew it, the Greeks knew it, the Romans knew it, and the Romans, being Romans, decided to name it after a monster. The Latin name, basilicum, comes from the word basilisk, the great serpent of ancient myth, the king of all snakes. The Romans believed that basil was the only cure if you were unlucky enough to cross one. Here's the thing. That superstition isn't entirely wrong. Basil genuinely contains properties that soothe insect bites and stings. The ancients were watching. They were paying attention to what worked, and they remembered. Basil in the old traditions. By the time we reach medieval Europe, basil had fully entered the world of love and relationship magic. It was used to test a new lover's faithfulness, to stir attraction, to cool arguments between partners. Which, honestly, when you think about it, those three things together tell you everything about how people have always understood love. They wanted to know if it was real. They wanted to draw it closer. And they wanted to survive it when it got difficult. Today, basil remains one of the most commonly reached for herbs in love spell work. But it doesn't stop there. Witches work with basil for luck, for wealth and abundance, for happiness, harmony, courage, fertility, protection, even for exorcism. That's a lot of ground for one herb to cover. And it earns it, every bit of it. In terms of elemental correspondence, basil is aligned with fire and with the planet Mars. That tells you something about its character. It's not a passive herb. It's active, driven, ambitious. It moves things forward. It opens doors. It doesn't wait. Growing your own. The good news is that basil is one of the most forgiving herbs you can grow. You don't need a garden. A windowsill facing south works beautifully. A pot on a balcony. A shelf near a bright window. If you have an irregular relationship with keeping plants alive, basil will meet you where you are. It wants to grow. It's tenacious. It's a Mars herb. It pushes through. And of course, dried basil from any grocery store carries the same energy. The fresh leaf has a kind of immediacy to it. There's something powerful about working with a plant you can smell, that you can feel between your palms. But don't let the absence of a garden stop you. The magic is in the intention. The herb is the partner. The money spell. Step by step. This spell is one I return to whenever life decides to be inconvenient. Unexpected bills, an emergency that wasn't budgeted for, that particular tightness that shows up when ends don't quite meet. It's not a get-rich-quick spell. It's more like opening a channel, clearing the static so the energy of abundance can actually reach you. Here's what you need: 1 fresh basil leaf, 1 green candle, your purse or wallet. That's it. 3 things. Simple doesn't mean weak. Simple means there's nothing in the way. The working. Begin with your breath. 3 deep inhales, slow through the nose, and 3 full exhales. Don't rush this. If you're coming to this spell from a place of financial stress, your nervous system is probably running hot. The breath is the clearing. Let whatever worry is sitting in your chest move out with each exhale. Light your green candle. Set your purse or wallet before you on your altar or workspace. Then pick up the basil leaf and hold it between your palms, gently, like you're cupping something living, because you are. Close your eyes. Begin to visualize a green light gathering around your wallet. Soft, warm, like sunlight through leaves. Let that light expand outward until it's washing over you as well. Then see yourself opening your wallet, and it's full. Coins, bills, abundance, in whatever form makes sense to you. Sweet basil, with energy divine. Bring the money I need to me, right on time. Open your wallet. Place the basil leaf inside, gently, with intention. Then extinguish the candle by waving your hand over the flame, or with a snuffer. Not by blowing it out. You're not dismissing the energy, you're resting it. Let the leaf remain in your wallet for up to a week. And then, this is the part people struggle with. Let go. Don't keep checking. Don't keep wondering how the money will come. That's not your job. Your job was to set the intention and make the space. The universe handles the logistics. There's something I find deeply comforting about the fact that people have been working with basil for 5,000 years. That the same leaf someone in ancient Egypt tucked away for protection, someone in medieval France pressed into the palm of a new lover, that same leaf is sitting in your kitchen right now, or growing on your windowsill, or waiting for you in the produce aisle. The ancient world never disappeared. It just got quieter. Sometimes all it takes is slowing down enough to hear it. Until next time, tend your herbs, trust your intuition, and keep the magic close.